nobody talks about the worst players that have won the Champions League because we already mentioned the greats: Ronaldo, Messi, Henri. He never won it.
He won it with Barca.
But we never talk about the worst players, the lucky ones that got somehow to win the Champions Leagues. And today, we're going to get to the bottom of it. Tell me, Malcolm, we each have our top 5 list. We
Because
don't
we are
know.
win because this we are winners win. So we talk about the winners, even when they are the worst.
Exactly.
So okay, I will start. I have a couple of weird ones.
Mhm.
My last one is pure hatred,
Okay,
just pure hatred.
fair enough.
And let us know who is the worst player to have ever won the Champions League. But I'll start with an easy one in my mind, and it's more that he is worst in the sense of that team that won it, and it's Hazard in 21-22 at Real Madrid. So
Okay,
you guys won it. Good team, good players, but he was horrible.
he
You
was
know,
horrible.
when I think about that Hazard, because Hazard at Chelsea in Premier League, one of
Hmm.
the greats, one of the
Hmm.
greats,
Hmm.
no doubt, no disrespect. But at Real Madrid, you know what I think about when I think about Hazard at Real Madrid? I
Mm.
think about Burger King. I
Yeah,
get hungry. I get the
good
munchies,
point. Good point.
and that's who he is
Good point.
for me.
Yeah, I
Hazard.
missed this
That's
one.
all he
I missed Hazard. I
is.
didn't think about him, but it's a very
It's
good point.
crazy.
It's actually the worst one.
I think that
Probably the worst signing of all
one
time.
of the one of your worst signings because of the amount of money and the horrible performances throughout the years. He
Injuries,
just
performances,
yeah,
big man.
money, expensive,
That's actually
expensive.
one of, bro, I have totally forgotten about Hazard. That is
You
such a good mention.
at the back of your mind, it's you're.
He really got carried by the team.
Mm,
But I thank Hazard for one thing. He gave us Vinicius
yeah.
because he was so bad. Vinicius was allowed to play.
There you go. And
Like,
and that's the thing. The worst players that won a
mm,
Champions League. He was the worst. That's something, but he contributed.
mm, mm.
And I'm just saying, it's the Real Madrid Hazard, not the Chelsea Hazard.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I won't get
Chelsea
the
Hazard is
Chelsea.
one of the best players in the
Yeah,
Premier
yeah,
League.
yeah. That's a fantastic play, but
Yeah,
injuries caught up to him. It
yeah,
wasn't good. It didn't work for him. So that's my
mm,
number one. What
yeah.
about yours?
Well, I forgot about Hazard. So mine is a former City player, and
Oh,
he was bought for a lot of money
a
with a
lot
lot
of
of
money.
hype,
Yep, yep, yep.
and he was bought for how much? Like 40
Fif-
million
40,
pounds,
50 million
45 million
pounds.
pounds.
It's a lot of money.
He was considered the Yorkshire Pirlo, and he would be we the new like the CDM or the guy next to Rodri, but he never got to start.
Yeah,
And he played 270 minutes in that Champions League in
yeah,
2023,
yikes.
and he was horrible. It wasn't because
And
of injuries. At least Hazard had injuries. Like this guy didn't have injuries.
but
He was just not selected.
but the thing they had in common, Pep, he called him fat. He was straight up. This
Yeah,
guy, he
yeah,
needs to lose his weight.
yeah. So
I
for me,
forgot about this guy
the
as well.
price compared to the hype and the lack of
Mm,
minutes,
mm.
but Hazard is for me. Oh yeah, now that you mentioned Hazard, I forgot about him. Hazard is definitely the worst. But this guy is close second.
Yeah, okay, good shout.
Yeah.
I guess I'll pick my next one. I think this is a player which I think we both have on our list, so I'll just pick him. And it has to be Morata. Álvaro Morata.
He's actually
The
not on
money
my list.
laundering scheme. The schemiest player of all time.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know how so many clubs have paid so much money for this guy over his career. And the thing with him, which is funny, I think that when you look at his attribute, he should be a good player. He's tall, he's fast, can strike ball with both feet, link up play, everything,
Great headers.
but
Great headers.
headers as well. But man, it did not work out for him.
No.
And to have to for this guy, compared to some of the great strikers of this generation to not have a Champions League. I'm sorry for this
And
donkey to have it.
two Champions League, two,
Two of them. He
two,
has two of them.
2014 and 2017.
17. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for
but
me is insane.
yeah, he is
And
probably one of the. But if you consider the amount that we got, like we got so much money for him by selling him,
okay,
and
okay,
he
yeah,
actually scored some goals, like
in the Champions League,
in the Champions League. Okay, maybe in the league more. I think in the Champions
in
League,
the
I don't
in
know.
the
I don't think
group
he even scored.
phases.
But he's like, it's not the worst. It's not Hazard level, but he was
Yeah,
bad.
but like you said, Hazard cost you money. This guy, you made money, and he won the Champions League. So
Exactly.
in
Two
that sense,
Champions
I
League.
guess I guess he's a bit better than
Yeah.
Hazard. But for me, this guy,
But he was a good super sub, in my opinion. Morata was
yeah,
a
yeah,
good
yeah.
super. Like
But
you could fuck shit up whenever you brought him on in like minute 7.
yeah, but for me, just when I look at the strikers over in our generation that have not won it, the Zlatan, the R9s, and I see this guy, nah, nah, sorry.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. All right. My next one. Well, I this guy, not a lot of people expect him to be one of, like, he was expected to be a bad player. It's Scott
Yeah,
Carson.
the legend. Look at this guy.
This guy has won 4 Premier Leagues and 1 Champions League.
I
You
mean,
know how many
if you
minutes he
say
played
if you
in the Champions
it,
League?
mm,
0. 0 minutes. Like, this guy is the ultimate vibes. He's there
but
for vibes. He's there
but
for personality. And you know what I realized? Pep likes those type of players. The third goalkeeper, or
has to be
even the
vibes.
second goalkeeper, like Pinto in the
Mm.
legendary
Yeah, he
Barcelona of 2009 to
that guy
2011.
was pure vibes.
Pinto was just vibes. But at least this
Mm.
guy, that guy started in the Copa del Rey and lost
Mm.
the Copa del Rey for. But this guy is just vibes.
But
Maybe they are important. Like, if Pep thinks this guy is important enough to keep around,
he
maybe it's
surely
worth it.
has to be. And if you've seen the videos of him from behind the scenes at Manchester City, he looks like a great dude, funny, easy to hang around. But to say that this guy has won
I
more
can be
Premier
funny.
Leagues,
Give me a million and I can be
hey,
funny.
I can be funny, please, come on, come on.
I can, I
Pep
can,
side me, Pep
I
side
can
me.
do it. It's okay.
Yeah, but then he will look at our performance on the pitch and he's like, but imagine this guy has more Premier Leagues than Thierry Henry, the same amount of Champions League that Thierry. And this is the perfect play for this topic. The
Yeah,
worst players with the Champions League.
yeah.
I saw him as well, but I picked other players instead. Shall I
Yeah,
go
this
with my
guy.
next one?
It's an interesting case.
Yeah, it's funny.
So,
Even and he won it with Liverpool, so people know he won it with Liverpool back when they won it.
mhm.
Okay,
So tell me.
my next one is Arnautović. And people
Ooh.
don't realize this, but he somehow scammed his way in when an Inter won it in 2009-10. He was part of that team, but like Scott Carson, he had 0 minutes in the Champions League.
Bro, I
Zero.
remember
Look at
him
it. You can
being
see
good
that
at the
with
time.
the picture with Schneider and the trophy. This
Yeah.
guy did not play a single minute of that Champions League campaign. But you know what's embarrassing? What he did afterwards as well. He had on his boot somebody embroidered with on it UCL winner 2010, and this guy did not play a minute, and he had the audacity to put it on there. And the reason
Him
why I have
being,
this,
I saw him play for Inter at the time. Like, he played some 1, 2 games
mm,
in the league, I think. He looked good. I was like,
yeah,
this is like a new Zlatan. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I picked him because this guy was supposed and compared as the next Zlatan. So you
mm,
would think, oh, he's gonna be a good player, great career, whatever. He's the type of player the streets won't forget. Like
yeah,
just vibes player. Not someone that actually fulfilled their potential, did something amazing in that sense. Not
exactly.
a bad player in that sense, but how this guy okay, sure. We have a lot of bad players that won the Champions League, but that he used it to boast on his boots. Nah, man.
Good
Nah.
point. Good point. Good point. No, it's a good shout. All right. The next one that I chose was Mr. Injuries himself, Jesús Vallejo.
Jesús Vallejo.
This guy played has won two
Show
Champions
us the
League, by the way.
pictures. Show us
Not
the
one,
pictures of
but
Vallejo.
two.
Show us the
Okay.
pictures of Vallejo.
Vallejo Champions League. This guy has won not one Champions League, but two Champions Leagues. Okay? But the only picture that we remember from Real Madrid career is this one.
Yeah.
So his only contribution to the Champions League wins is basically he was brought on extra time in the extra halves against Man City when we made that miraculous comeback with Rodrigo scoring 2 goals in the last minutes.
Yeah.
And then Benzema scored, and then we brought on Jesús Vallejo just to defend. And that 10 minutes, he was legendary.
You know, sometimes people say 10 minutes, it's not a long time, but 10 minutes is,
Bro,
give me 10 good minutes.
The Bernabeu is a long time. But yeah, so this guy is, I think he was injured more months than he was healthy for Real Madrid. And he was bought as he was a very young captain for Zaragoza, like a second division team in Spain. And he was thought as like maybe the new Puyol. Like that's
like
the
a future
picture that I got. And then he just came to Madrid. Like he had 1-2 good games. You get a hint of like, hey, this could be, and then injury, 6 months.
And you know what signifies how bad he was for me was that he was loaned out to Wolves. Like you go from Real Madrid to Wolverhampton,
of course,
and this guy played in the Champions League semifinals and whatnot.
Nah, yeah,
that's a good shot.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing. We've already mentioned 3 Real Madrid players, and we'll probably mention more. So how have you scammed so many Champions League this season?
Bro, it's all about vibes. These vibes. You have to have vibes to win.
Vibes, right? Vibes over tactics. That's what we're seeing right here.
It's not. Listen, the winners aren't better than losers. It's just that they are lucky. Just have vibes.
And that's what I've said. That's what I've said.
Winning vibes. That's it.
You need those shit players that just don't overthink it. Just
wing it. All right.
Okay. My next one, which I picked for similar reasons to the one to Arnautović, is Ryan Brewster from Liverpool. Now he won it in 2018-19 when Liverpool won the championship. Brewster, there you go. And this guy, why I picked it? Because this guy played 0 minutes in that Champions League campaign for Liverpool. He got the Champions League winning medals, and what did he do? Look at that pick, the second one. Walked up with it to the barbers, like he was the main guy for Liverpool that campaign. Like, imagine going to your barbers, like, yeah, look at me, Champions League winners over here.
Hey, come on.
He did as much.
Wait.
As
You're telling me, if you shithoused yourself to a Champions League medal, you wouldn't do the same thing.
But bro, I would be embarrassed. Not in public. I would have it. Of course, I would keep it. I was like, how did I get this? I don't even know how I earned this. But he just parades it in public. Like, yeah, look at me, man. Look at me. And the reason why I picked him is because after that, his career was just like this. He never performed at the top level. They sold him for a lot of money. I don't know how. They said, look at this. We have a Champions League winning striker. You should buy him. Not much happened afterwards. Look, Sheffield. Look at 100 games, 8 goals.
Yeah, crazy.
For Sheffield.
Oh my God, 0 caps.
He had
0 goals.
And that's why I said, this guy, I'm sorry, more that he wasn't as good of a player, had not had as good a career as the other people on our list, but it's that arrogant way of parading the medal in public. I mean, that picture alone, man, that's hilarious.
It's the side eye. It's the
like, look at me, man.
What do you think you're?
So look at me. Yeah. Who are you? I'm on the Champions League. What have you done with your life?
What have you done with your life?
What have you done with your life? That's for me. That for me is hilarious. That's why I just had to pick him.
All right. Good one. All right. My next one, it's a interesting one. It's the Mr. Eyebrow,
Mr. Eyebrow.
Bosingwa,
Mm, okay.
Chelsea. Well, listen, do I have to say anything more?
Listen,
Do I have
you
to
don't even
say?
have to
Do I
say
have to say
anything.
more?
Just Bosingwa and the worst. Now, but he wasn't that bad. He was
I
not good,
mean,
but it
he
was
was for me. He was a liability. Like in that
yeah,
Chelsea squad, he was a liability,
mm,
and they bought him for like 16 million pounds
back then. That's a
back
lot.
in 2008. That was a lot of money back then, and he was from Porto. You expected him to be good, and then he just was meh all the time. And that's why I'm like, he started in the final. I still to this day don't know how he started in the final.
I think it was due to injuries or something. That's why he started.
Yeah, and
It
that's
was him
another
and
thing. Like
I mean, it was
vibes
him and
player,
Ryan
like that
Bertrand.
Chelsea team shouldn't have won the Champions League. They won it. Why? Vibes. Winners win.
Winners with vibes.
Winners win. The vibes. Yeah, this is a weak case. I don't think he's one of the worst. I just don't think he's that good.
Yeah, fair
This
enough.
for me,
Fair
he's
enough.
like an Arbeloa.
And you did not like Arbolo at that
I did not like
as a player.
Arbeloa as a player.
I understand. You don't like your ugly right backs.
Yes. What do you mean Arbeloa
Okay.
is sexy?
Yeah, because I knew you'd say that. Okay,
Yeah.
just because you are a Merino and Dalo all in at once.
Like, all
Okay,
right.
my last one, pure hatred. Because okay, this guy had a good career,
Mm-hmm.
scored great goals. If you would look at his compilation, he would look like one of the greatest. But this guy almost made me stop watching football. He made me fell out of love with the game, and that's why I had to pick Olivier Giroud. This guy, oh my god, for Arsenal in the Champions League when we
Yeah.
played against Monaco, so much headache. I mean, we could have won Premier Leagues with him, we could have won Champions League, but he did nothing. And then what does it do? It goes over to the other side of London, goes to the blue side, wins them the Europa League against us, wins them the Champions League, and public says, "Oh, thank you, Arsenal, for pure hatred." Because remember, Ozil had what 15, 16 assists at by the halfway mark in the Premier League, and this guy just said, "Nah, I'm not doing anything more. I'm done out here." He just ran around, did nothing. He had
This guy
zero.
was like such an underrated player, though.
He is. But for me,
I know,
pure hatred. And
but
why
so
I say
underrated. Like, isn't he like? Is he was or is still the all-time top scorer for France?
for France, yeah, I think
He
yeah,
still is, or
Mbappe,
Mbappe has
yeah,
taken over.
yeah. What he's first or second, so I mean,
Wait, all-time top scorer for France national football team. It's Olivier Giroud. It's crazy.
oh my
I
lord.
mean,
Mbappe is 2 goals away, but sure.
Mbappe still goes away, but that is actually crazy. Like this guy
No,
is
but
all-time top scorer. He won. Was it for Lille or no? It wasn't for Lille. It was for Montpellier.
Montpellier
Montpellier. He won the
won the
Liga
league with them,
against PSG,
but it
and
was an
then
early PSG. It
it
was
was
an
early
early
PSG.
PSG.
It was the weaker PSG, and then goes to Arsenal, and all the expectations were so high that this guy is the new guy, and then
Scored some great goals, to
and
be fair
Arsenal
to
was
him.
like back and forth. There was
Yeah,
potential. He just didn't get there, but kept performing with
Chelsea
the national team. Boom. Chelsea wins the Champions League. Boom.
and the
Milan
Europa League.
wins the Serie A.
And France winning the World Cup, even though he did not score a single goal that World Cup. He
But he
started all
was
their
very
games.
important.
But like I said before, this is just pure hatred. And when I say worse, it's because for me, that period
Mm-hmm.
when I almost stopped watching football, he was the worst player in the world for me.
Yeah.
For me, because he was horrendous. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Yeah.
my eyes were bleeding watching him play football. Nothing he did made sense. Nothing he did worked at
All right.
Arsenal at that time.
The last one,
Yes, we both know who this is.
Lucas Vázquez,
The
the greatest player of all time.
greatest player of all time.
Well, all right.
Uh,
Let's be honest. Is he that bad?
maybe not, but like I said, this is the way I see it. Lucas Vázquez has more Champions Leagues than most teams in the world. He
Bro,
has
he has
won
won
5
five
Champions
Champions League.
Leagues.
Lucas Vázquez has won as many Champions Leagues
As
as
Barcelona, right?
Barcelona FC. It's
and
not. It
and
is. It's not.
for me, if you look at it like this, if you compare, if the ratio between how many Champions Leagues have you won to how talented or good of a player you are, this is the biggest ratio of them all. This guy, for the talent, for his playing career, for what he's done, he should not have 5 Champions Leagues to show for it.
But let's talk about his contributions, though. Like
Let's
I
talk
know
about it.
I'm making the I should be making the case for why he is the worst player. And like if we just look at abilities,
Mm.
abilities as a player, he is not good at anything. He wasn't great at that.
No, no, no. He is good at scoring decisive penalties.
He is great at scoring decisive penalties. He was a horrendous defender. As a
Mm.
right back, as a shifting right back, he was horrendous. Like it was the
Mm.
worst shifting right back we've seen in Madrid. As a right winger, he's not fast. All right crosses,
He
but not
decent
really, not
crosses.
really. Even the crosses and the passes are horrendous. Like he was the most
Net zero,
average
negative.
player you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
But he won 5 Champions Leagues, and not only did he win 5 Champions Leagues, he actually contributed to winning the 5 Champions Leagues. Like he scored in 2016, he scored one of the penalties, and he was like he was subbed in, he contributed, and then in 2018, bro, him and Asensio were like very important players. There were some games we like a lot of games in like against PSG in the round of 16, in the quarterfinals, in against Juve. I think even against Bayern Munich, we played 4-4-2 with Vázquez and Asensio. Or whenever we wanted to go, bring in Vázquez and Asensio, and they fixed it.
It's insane.
Bro,
And
we
that was,
won three
you know
Champions
what?
Leagues with
You
him.
know why that was? Because it was Zidane cross and inshallah tactics, and it worked.
It worked. It worked. And he was actually that perfect player that you have like that. It provides
In
balance
your squad,
on the right
in
side.
your
When you
squad.
have Ronaldo and Benzema, you need Vázquez and Asensio that cover up for it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's our list. Tell us
So
yours. Have we
tell
missed
us,
anything?
oh, surely there's probably a lot of them. But okay, if you had to rank the 3 worst that we mentioned today, who would you say your top
Hazard.
three? How's the number one?
Hazard number one.
Mm.
I would still Calvin Phillips, man.
Yeah,
It's actually one of the worst. Like for the hype, for the money. Now
yeah,
I'm thinking money versus like player
yeah.
quality. And then yeah, that Liverpool player that you mentioned,
The
0
Ryan
minutes,
Brewster, 0 minutes and barely
0
any
minutes, and
goals.
he all that hype. Like what?
Yeah, I think Hazard actually has to be the worst in my opinion. Hazard, Ryan Brewster, and maybe Arnautović had a good career. Morata had a good career. Giroud as well, but
All
that's it.
right, tell us what you're thinking in the comments. Have we missed anything? Do you agree? Subscribe and like. It's been
And all
fun.
of
It's been real. Ciao.